Alright folks, we are looking at the rough field landing gear for the Parkzone Corsair, and while I've been able to land and take off on grass and everything with the stock landing gear, there's still a little that leaves to be desired because I have done some nose-overs when I've landed and the rudder is starting to crack just a little bit. And I'm hoping that the rough field landing gear is going to be the solution. That would be great. I'm going to take it out of the package and I'm going to compare side by side what these wheels look like to the stock landing gear and see, at least anecdotally, what is going to happen. Okay, so the first thing I notice with the side-by-side comparison is there's an absolute large discrepancy in size with these, so that alone should help. And apparently the way that this upper bar is angled, it makes it so nose-overs are much more difficult than the stock landing gear. So I can't wait to try that out and see how that goes. And now I'm going to install these wheels on the plane and see if there's much difference in the angle that it sits, and I may even do some other stuff, but we'll see. No promises. I try not to promise anything. One thing that I did want to mention was that with the other landing gear, the stock landing gear, you needed to take off the wheel to access that little spot down there to screw in the plastic piece to keep the landing gear fixed. Well, since this angle is so far forward, here you can compare it to that side, you don't have to pop off that wheel. Not a huge deal, but I absolutely thought it was something worth mentioning. I'm not feeling too hot today, so the least amount of effort I have to put in, the better. Alright, I'm going to wrap this up and show you what the finished product looks like. Alright, so now we've got a little bit more of a lowrider here with this. See, this angle is not exactly scale as the technical folks would say, but it seems to be far more useful than what I'm going to be using it for. So I'm looking forward to using it and seeing what happens. I will say that when I was kind of playing around with it before I videoed this, kind of testing the angles, how high I could lift it up without it wanting to nose over and change the center of gravity, it'd have to go up pretty far. So as long as I, or anyone else who gets these or is considering getting them, lands with the elevator up, you should be fine. And of course that should be. And we got to put that to the test, and that's something that we'll do right now.
brutal.